It wouldn't be a day that ends in Y, ladies and gentlemen, if there wasn't some form of mainstream gaming person calling for violence against either GRUMMZ or GRUMMZ. I mean, this is what got them in trouble in the first place. This is literally what started Gamergate 2.0, and they'll be the first ones to say that they're being harassed, and yet they're always the one to call for violence. They're always the one to take it a step too far. Well, apparently, we have an article here from That Park Place with a headline that reads, Games journalist Ryan Easby calls for violence against former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is cancer.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, another call to violence from another games somebody, journalist, whatever, that wants to pretend like they're the ones being harassed, and yet they're the ones attacking people left and right every single day. They literally hit the beehive and then complain about getting stung. This is the literal ideology of a games journalist, and here we are. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says games journalist Ryan Easby, who was freelance for various outlets including NME, PC Games, and The Escapist, The Gamer, Gaming Magazine, of course, Gaming Magazine, GAY, and others took to social media to call for violence against former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern. Now, just a quick announcement in this video, since I know a lot of you guys don't catch my live streams, unfortunately. You should, but you don't. We're going to be featuring GRUMMZ on Saturday Night Hypnosis this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you get there and make sure you watch so you can support Gamergate 2.0. Easby posted to X, soft launching my campaign to kick Mark Kern in the balls. He has since deleted the post, but Kern shared a screenshot to his timeline. Now, here's the funny thing, okay? GRUMMZ has caught, I think, like 5 to 6 people now with calls to violence who are all part of the mainstream gaming industry. What they'll do is they'll post something, and then like a minute later, I shit you not, a minute later, they will delete it. But GRUMMZ is so fast. I remember he caught a screenshot for something that was posted 44 seconds before he actually screenshotted it, because you could see it in the screenshot, 44 seconds. And the person deleted it shortly after it was screenshotted. So he caught it that quickly, and yet they still keep trying to call for violence against him and then delete it afterwards after they get their fix. You know what I mean? I think what these gaming journalists do is that they post something violent like that, screenshot it, send it to their friends, and then delete it, right? They'll be like, look what I said to GRUMMZ. I hope this is going to own him strong. And then they just delete it because they know they're stupid. It says Easby's call for violence was echoed by another journalist, John Phipps, who hosts Super Deluxe Gamescast. Phipps posted to X, it's actually base, I donate. Former Riot Games senior concept artist and current art director at Easy Games, Michael Marino, also approved the call to assault Kern. He said, agreed to this is A-OK. So again, all these gaming journalists, all these game developers are showcasing exactly how hypocritical they are. They are complaining about violence. They're complaining about harassment. And yet they're the first ones to say, okay, I would donate to someone getting beat up. I would donate to this. Let's do this. I'm okay with this. This is A-OK because it's the right target. You know what I mean? They're the wrong target. They're always victims. They're the wrong target. But GRUMMZ, GRUMMZ, no, they're the right target. That's perfectly fine. It's such a joke. It really is. And it goes to show that, first off, they would never do anything. All right, these guys are lacking testosterone. My cat has more testosterone than most of these men. They'll never do anything in their lives that's going to come anywhere close to something violent. Just being honest with you, they don't have the spine to do it. If they don't have the spine to handle comments online that are coming their way without claiming harassment and crying about it, you can only imagine they're not really going to be able to do much in person, even if they all ganged up on GRUMMZ to do it. It says Easby is no stranger to making unhinged comments on social media, such as this call to violence. Back in March, he posted, if there's one thing to take away from this last week, is that gamers don't deserve video games. Just send them to a construction yard or something instead. Easby has also repeatedly claimed you cannot be racist towards white people. He wrote on March 8th, it's weird. If you were truly based, you'd know it's unequivocally and provable that racism against white people doesn't exist, no matter how much a mob of angry community noters wants you to think. On March 26th, he wrote, you can't be racist against white people, pal. In another post on the same day, he wrote, oh, you silly, you can't be racist against white people. I see your mistake. So He's one of those white liberals. I'm assuming a white liberal most likely, because it's usually just white liberals that say this. But he's one of those white hardcore leftists that want to come out and say you can't be racist against white people. You're allowed to attack white people. You're allowed to say basically anything you want against white people because there's no such thing as racism against white people. And the ones who say that are the ones who truly believe that they are above every other race, which are these white leftists. They really do believe that. If you believe in white privilege, I've said this many times, and I'm not a white person, but I'm telling you flat out, if you believe in white privilege, you are racist supremely. You automatically are thinking that you are born ahead of everybody else, that you are born above everybody else, that you are born with a privilege that nobody else has simply because your skin is glistening white. That is ultimate racism, and that is literally the same exact ideology of a certain other group called the KKK that you are basically mimicking, but you're hiding it behind the ideas of progressivism. He also wrote earlier this month, Alyssa speaks only the truth. You simply cannot be racist against white people, the dominant power in the world. The dominant power in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I want you guys to think very clearly about what this man is saying to you right now. I want you to think about this. He literally just said white people are the dominant power in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Dominant power in the world. So you can't be racist against the dominant power. I'm telling you, all you got to do is replace the word dominant with the word white, and you have a KKK member. They are literally the same. They are no different. Easby has also heavily insulted Kern over the past couple of weeks before issuing his call to violence. On March 22nd, he posted, Mark Kern is a failed games developer turned reactionary who wants to use the Sweet Baby Inc. coattails to reach popularity. And what's wilder is that what he's achieving popularity with the exact crowd he wants, bigoted gamers. On the 28th of March, he wrote, Mark Kern is the stupidest person alive. That's all I'm saying. He's so stupid, and yet you spend all your time reacting to him. I know of certain YouTubers that spend all their time reacting to me because they wouldn't be able to do anything else, and yet they want to call me all kinds of names, and I haven't done a video on them at all. But they've done like 4 on me at this point. I know people like that exist, and they're all pathetic. They literally are. And then it says on April 1st, Easby accused Kern of harassing a journalist, as well as being a bigot and a misogynist. He then called for his followers to report Kern. On April 4th, Easby accused Kern of being directly responsible for an alleged DDoS attack on Compulsion Games. He wrote, you can directly trace the current DDoSing of Compulsion Games back to Mark Kern and the Sweet Baby shit. They don't deserve this at all, and I hope the full force is brought down on people who've caused this, which, by the way, has been proven to be completely false, ladies and gentlemen. So he's out there putting out false statements, backing it up with violence, and then not admitting that he was wrong. This alleged DDoS attack on Compulsion Games appears to have been completely fake. Spawn on Me with Khalif Adams, host Khalif Adams, made the initial accusations but quickly backtracked and admitted to taking down his initial post down. He wrote on X, I'm totally fine with being wrong, and took the tweet down some hours later after taking a break on social to make sure the potential for misinformation was lessened. I hope there was no nefarious happening that caused their site to go down, but also wouldn't be surprised if there was. So Khalif Adams, who blocked me, by the way, because I basically told him what he likes. I mean, he's already openly admitted that he likes chicks with dicks, but apparently me just referencing that was block-worthy. I don't know, whatever it is. Khalif Adams went on a crusade against Mark Kern and essentially blamed him for the DDoS, or the supposed DDoS, against Compulsion Games, along with this other man as well. And he was the only one that actually admitted he was wrong, but that's because he's trying to protect his own skin, let's be real. The other ones, they don't care because they're the white dominant power and they got nothing to fear. I'm telling you, man, these mainstream gaming journalists, developers, and everything under the sun, they are all psychopaths, every single one of them. And they genuinely believe, the white ones anyway, genuinely believe that they are above everyone else. And it is a major telling point when it comes to racism in the gaming industry. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.